All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. The weekend is upon us. I mean, it's start of weekend for me. Some of you guys might be early on Friday, but for me, it's getting closer and closer to Saturday. So content coming left, right, and center. News dropping already massively. Good news for me. I have to be honest. Nathan Ake is not a player that I wanted. A lot of you guys slandered me. A lot of you guys sort of said against me in regards to the Nathan Ake. You thought it's a good selection. It's a Thomas Tuchel move. I had to convince myself. Do you know what I mean? I had to ultimately convince myself, and I said, all right, well, Thomas Tuchel wants him. Let's get him. There could be something in regards to tactical flexibility, versatility as well from the player, from playing different positions. But ultimately, I never wanted him. For me, he was never a Chelsea level player. When the Kimpembe situation came along and those rumors came along, I was like, Kimpembe, LCB, Kimpembe. Obviously, Koulibaly, it was the main target, but Koulibaly can play in the center CB. I think Koulibaly will be playing in the center CB and swapping with Silva. I think Silva probably might not play. Well, of course, he won't play every single game, but he might be used, in certain high caliber matches. Obviously, the World Cup just around the corner as well. So we're going to get into all of this, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, the whole Nathan Ake situation. What does it mean for Levi Colwill? We'll talk about that. Jules Kounde seems like it's back on again. I've always wanted Jules Kounde for RCB, and it looks like now we may have a backup for every single position. You've got Chalobah, Jules Kounde, RCB. You've got Silva, Koulibaly in the middle. You've got Levi Colwill and Kimpembe on LCB. It's perfect. And, Ethan Ampadu and whatnot could possibly play as DM, quite possibly play as a, anywhere in the back three, wing back. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. But we're going to talk about the Ethan Ampadu situation in another video. Today, we're really going to talk about the Nathan Ake situation, Kimpembe, Levi Colwill, Jules Kounde. It's going to be fun. Ladies and gentlemen, already 100 in the house. Smash the like button. Number one, let's get those likes. By the way, thank you to each and every one of you guys in the live chat right now. A lot of you guys are here. Massive, massive supporters of the channel. Massive supporters of me. Thank you heaps. For the past 2 live shows, 500 plus likes. Both the time. Brilliant. Thank you so much. Honestly, each and every one of you guys, pat yourself at the back that you've been part of the 500 gang. And also, before we start, ladies and gentlemen, check out the promo. Some of you guys have asked about it already, the Direct Football shirts. Let me just quickly bring this up. If you want to get yourself a shirt, I've got 5. See the one that I'm wearing right now, this is from this particular website. I know these guys very well. They're very affordable, and the best part is, look, yes, they're not the real ones from the megastore, but they're replicas. But look at this. It's just as real, honestly. You won't find any difference, and the quality is brilliant. So this was obviously last season's one. This is the new season's kit that's out, ladies and gentlemen. So grab yourself one of these shirts if you want. As you can see, very affordable price. And use my promo code to get further 10% off. So make sure you check that out, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, I just wanted to remind you of that. Himanshu, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank God, dodged a bullet. Ake is average, man. Look, that's what I said. But I was very surprised with some of the comments that I copped when I first talked about it. But yeah, we're going to talk about all of this. Massive, massive shout out to each and every one of you guys. King George, Blood is here. Pedro Neves, my man. Abhinav is here. Tariq is here. Alteza, Matthew Lee Benjamin. I think I saw Shubra as well. Marvo, lots of you guys. Ryan Ishigi, good to see you, my man. Thank you so much for each and every one of you guys to always keeping me in touch with the latest. Okay, let's get straight into this. Ladies and gentlemen, the breaking news for today. Nathan Ake staying at Manchester City. Chelsea showed a strong interest, but Manchester City would only sell if valuation met. That hasn't happened, and mutual decision taken for 27-year-old Dutch defender to remain and play key part in Pep Guardiola's plans. And apparently Nathan Ake is quite happy with that. There was some, reports from, I think, City Extra. Let me just bring up City Extra as well. They're a very, very good Twitter site for Man City. Nathan Ake is staying at Manchester City, as you can see there. Obviously, that's from David Ornstein. The Orni has struck again. I don't want to really know about Zinchenko. Some footage about Nathan Ake. Nathan Ake is pleased to be remaining at Manchester City, while Manchester City are happy for him to remain at the club. Look, I'm glad this hasn't happened. Really am. Everything about this was a bit strange for me. None of you guys in the live chat, including me, we even thought about Nathan Ake as being an option for us when the transfer window opened up. Yes, okay, as an LCB, definitely he's a shot there. He's definitely a shout for that particular role. But there's better LCB. Kimpembe is far superior. Let's be honest. Kimpembe, the news that we're apparently getting closer and closer to the Kimpembe situation, is a far superior defender than Nathan Ake. And under Thomas Tuchel, Kimpembe has shown that alongside Thiago Silva. So for me, great, absolutely great. And on top of that, Nathan Ake, the valuation, we were looking at paying somewhere around £45 million. £45 million. Something like £30 million would have made sense, and as a backup. But 45 million was a bit too much. And on top of that, I just knew, and it's not Kimpembe that's going to force Lewa Colwell out. I always knew it's a player like Nathan Ake that would force Lewa Colwell out, because someone like Nathan Ake, Lewa Colwell will look at that and think, well, is that necessary? Someone like Kimpembe, Champions League finalist, man. These guys played for France, international level. I'm pretty sure he was a part of the World Cup winning squad. Kimpembe is someone you respect, right? I'm not saying that he doesn't have flaws. Kimpembe has flaws, but he's a much better defender, much more experienced, much more polished. So Lewa Colwell will look at that and think, okay, that's fine. I can still learn from these guys. But someone like Nathan Ake coming in, Lewa Colwell will be like, I can surpass his levels. Do you know what I mean? I can be better than that. And this is no disrespect to Nathan Ake. I think Ake is a good player, but that's the kind of player that would drive off our academy players. So this is all that we want to talk about, the Lewa Colwell situation. But the Nathan Ake, I'm glad. I'm really happy. Chelsea Football Club, yes, there were rumors. Yes, there was links. But I'm very glad that we're making smart moves. We're pulling away from deals that it doesn't look right. We did that with De Ligt. Do you know what? Even with the Rafinha thing, even with the Rafinha situation, as much as he wanted Barcelona, we played the right cards to see what was going on. Because Rafinha would have been a fantastic addition for us on that right side, albeit there's reports that he probably would have played as a right wing back, but it is what it is. Right wing back for us is really a right winger, if I'm being absolutely honest. And, we moved away from the De Ligt situation as soon as we saw something wrong there in terms of the valuation. And now with the Nathan Ake as well, knowing that we're going with Presnel Kimpembe, we've got Koulibaly who can also play on the left side. There's no need for all of these left-sided brothers. There's simply no need. Let's have a look at some of your comments right now. Since day one, I was saying Ake is not improvement to our squad. I'm happy he's not coming. This is from Machiavelli. Absolutely bang on. I'm with you, my man. King George Koundé needs a move within La Liga. Let's see. Look, Koundé, we'll talk about that. Apparently, that could be back on. Nathan is good. Way too much money. Yeah, look, Ake is not a bad player. But we don't need that. Kimpembe is someone I'm absolutely happy with. Obviously, Koulibaly is a superstar, and 100% Jules Kounde. Pedro Neves, do you know what? You're bang on. There's a lot of stuff Nizar Kinsella is saying lately. I don't buy it. Like, he used to be someone reputable. He's starting to be a bit of a... He's a bit of a gossip artist. He just writes anything for the sake of the clicks now. For me, it's Orni. Orni is the number one. Obviously, Matt Law is there. And even Fabrizio. Fabrizio In regards to Levi Colwell, he played us all. Fabrizio stated he wants to leave permanently when that was never the case. Fabrizio Romano at times, and I've noticed, yeah, there are times where he breaks the story, but a lot of the Chelsea or Premier League stuff, it's not really Fabrizio Romano breaking it. It's either David Ornstein or Matt Law or whoever else is part of the UK-based journalists. Fabrizio at the end just comes in and just, as they say, the tapping merchant. But for other news, I suppose when it comes to Italian news, but then again, Di Marzio is the one who probably breaks those. But yeah, you're right, Surfs, you're bang on. Nathan Gissing and Simon Phillips. Simon Phillips, when it comes to especially the youngsters, the academy players, yeah, Simon Phillips is the right one. Luamba, I missed the way you used to pronounce Ake. Miss, please go back. I don't want to go back. I used to get a lot of slanders and a lot of insults, man. Nathan AK, I used to call it AK. Nah, it's Ake, man. I'm not gonna mess this up anymore. But ladies and gentlemen, let me know how you feel about the Nathan Ake situation. Are you glad? Are you glad we've moved away from this? What's your thoughts? Marvo is saying Ben Jacobs, low-key good as well, 100%. He's very detailed. That's what I like about Ben Jacobs. Very, very detailed. Miz, did you see Hutchinson sign for us? Hutchinson, I'm not really sure who that is, but I did see Marvo shared something with me, some Arsenal youngster under 23s. I think he's an 18-year-old. We just signed him. Hutchinson, who's that? Someone let me know who Hutchinson is. Anurag, time for a meal, as Boehly said. We're only here for a meal. Loving everything that Todd Boehly is doing. So, look, for me, it's great. We're moving away from Nathan Ake's situation. What does it now mean in regards to Levi Colwell? All the situations that we've been talking about Levi Colwell in recent times. With all these LCBs coming through, so many different centre backs coming through, all playing in that one position, perhaps. What does it mean for Levi Colwell? It was looking a bit bleak, but now we can all be happy. Now, Levi Colwell has a good opportunity to compete, because the way I see it, ladies and gentlemen, is I think we're going to stick with a back three. You don't get all of these centre backs coming in to play a back four. It's most likely going to be a back three. It gives us the flexibility at times to play a back four, but back three, you've got Kimpembe, LCB. You've got Silva and Koulibaly in the middle. You've got Chalobah, and we'll talk about Jules Koundé. Looks like my back. I want Jules Koundé. I think Jules Koundé will be a supreme RCB. So you got Jules Koundé and Chalobah on that RCB. So going back to the LCB, Kimpembe, now you can put in Levi Colwell, Kimpembe. So we've got 6 defenders. I think that's good. You've got a rotational sort of player for each of those positions. LCB with Kimpembe and Colwell. You've got in the middle Koulibaly and Silva, and in the right side Chalobah and Koundé. I think this is perfect case scenario, and now it gives us the opportunity to look at the right wing back. I think we need a backup for Reece James. We definitely need a backup for Reece James, and there's talks about Jonathan Klaus again. For me, Jonathan Klaus, I saw some reports that he was getting closer to Marseille. Now, I don't know how much of it is true. Once again, the news is coming from Nizar Kinsella. You take it the way you want to take it. I don't know if I should take Nizar Kinsella seriously anymore. But for me, good news, Levi Colwell, is that hopefully he has a good preseason. Number one, what we need from Levi Colwell is now performance. We need Levi Colwell to perform his heart out. Show Thomas Tuchel that you belong in the Premier League, that you belong in this level, because some of the players around you, these are top quality players, and you're going to have to make sure you belong. So it's very important Levi Colwell now has a good pre-season. Because Ampadu said he can play right wing back. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And maybe that could be a good cover for the time being. You do need Ampadu to be attacking from that particular position. And Ampadu 100% will give us cover in the midfield, and he can play anywhere in the back three as well. So you're right. Maybe we don't need to do all of that. Marseille bid got rejected. I see. So Jonathan Klaus maybe in the cards again. Miz, who among the current list of defenders do you think is flexible to play as a backup to Reece James? Jules Koundé. If we get Jules Kounde, that is. Because among the current list, current list has Chalobah, it has Thiago Silva. Aspilicueta is probably going to move on. Yeah, it'll have to be Chalobah, man. It'll have to be Chalobah. I can't see of any other defenders that can play that. Thiago Silva definitely ain't going to play right wing back, so it'll have to be Chalobah. Have you guys seen Ampadu's comments? What a boy. Yeah, man. I saw those comments. I'll do a video later, later on UK video that I'm going to do down the track around 9:30 p.m. every day that I do the wrap-up. I'll talk about the Ampadu quotes. I'll talk about the Conor Gallagher quotes as well. I wanted to do a separate video on Conor Gallagher, which I'll probably do as well. But yeah, man, those comments from Ampadu were brilliant, man. This guy is just desperate to play for Chelsea, and anyway, he said, I'll play anywhere. Put me anywhere, mate, and I'll play. He'll probably even give a shot at goalkeeper position if he had to. Ms. Klaus is a Chelsea fan. He will definitely choose us if he wants to sign him. Yeah, look, this fan business, players being a fan, it's great. I thank them for being fans, but, you know, at the end of the day, that's not the biggest reasons why people join a club. At the end of the day, personal terms are important, lifestyle is important, many things come into play, man. It's not just, oh, I'm a fan, that's why I just want to play for them. It's a job. At the end of the day, it's a job. You don't play as a fan. So look, it's great, it's an additional thing, but I don't treat it as the be all and the end all. Okay, so look, Nathan Ake not coming in, great news for Lewa Colwell as well, and great news for our sake. Nathan Ake is an average, for me, he's an okay-ish player, but it's not needed. Do you know what I mean? There are other players that are great. Gives the opportunity for someone like Lewa Colwell to really have a say in this squad. So that's great news from that perspective. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, boom. This bad boy is back again on the other side of the coin. I'm so glad these links are not these links are not dead. I was very surprised when the window started. Everyone expected Jules Kounde to be the first Chelsea player signed. No one actually even expected Raheem Sterling to be the first one announced, and now probably Koulibaly is going to be announced sometime today. Everyone expected as soon as the ownership scenario was fixed, everyone expected Jules Kounde to be announced literally 48 hours later. But the fact that it hasn't, we're now 15th of July, and we've now even moved so far away from Kounde, it's not even funny. Barcelona is after this particular player. How Barcelona are managing to do whatever they're doing, they obviously got Rafinha for 70 million euros. I don't know how they're going to pay Leeds that. Kudos to them. Good luck to them. They're also after Lewandowski. Lewandowski 100% only wants Barcelona. There's some rumors about him coming to Chelsea. It ain't happening. It just won't happen. He wants Barcelona through and through. How Barcelona are going to give that money to Bayern Munich, who wants, I think, somewhere close to 50 million euros. Bayern Munich wants someone close to 50 million euros, and they want to cash. How are they going to do the Jules Kounde? They apparently also want Bernardo Silva. They're linked with Aspilicueta, Marcos Alonso. I don't know how they're going to do that. We need to go in and get this brother ASAP, because this guy, I kid you not, he will be a stupendous right CB. This guy's got the quality of a midfielder. He really has the quality of a midfielder. Stocky player. Yes, some people are a little bit worried about the height, but don't get fooled, man. His leap is very good. And, we've got Koulibaly now. Kimpembe is not short either. Very strong, both of those brothers in the air. Koundé, French international, high profile, very, very good player. Someone who would evolve that RCB position, and someone who would be very good competition for Chalobah. He will keep Chalobah honest as well, and Chalobah will look to improve. So for me, Koundé, I can just picture him bombing from that RCB, much like the Rudiger, because he's got great ball-playing ability, Koundé, and his ball carries are fantastic. As I said, there are some pundits out there that are saying his skill set is of a midfielder, but who plays in the back. So look, this is back on, which is fantastic. Exclusive from Nathan Gissing. Chelsea are reworking on the signing of Jules Kounde from Sevilla, with the deal being driven by Todd Boehly and co. It is a situation to keep an eye on. The main targets are Jules Kounde and Presnel Kimpembe. More in the article from Dematio, if you guys want to check that out. And then further on, Nathan Gissing goes on to say, Nathan Ake will stay at Man City this summer after not meeting Manchester City valuation. I wonder how much Man City wanted for this guy. Maybe they just don't have any targets in the market. That's why they couldn't be, they didn't want to sell Nathan Ake. And they also definitely appreciate him. As mentioned, Chelsea are working on Kimpembe, who Tuchel really wants, and Koundé, which is driven by Boehly, but Tuchel's still keen on. So looks like Jules Kounde is now being driven by Todd Boehly. But yeah, Tuchel's keen on him, and previously was driven by Marino. It seemed like it was a club signing, and Thomas Tuchel didn't really fancy the player, but now maybe he's coming around to that situation. For me, it's a no-brainer. Like in that RCB role, as a player to compete along with Chalobah is fantastic, and to have six quality defenders for every one of those positions combined, that gives us solid, depth. We're looking good, man. We should, even if we have injuries, we know our performance should not dip. If you have an injury, God forbid, to Silva, performance should not dip because you've got Koulibaly. If something happens to Kimpembe, performance should not dip because you've got Lewa Colwell, who should step up, who should maintain that performance. It's in his best interest to do well for Chelsea Football Club. If something, God forbid, happens to Chalobah, Jules Kounde, is going to give the game on that right side. So, look, that's fantastic. Phenomenal situation for us. And I'm glad, hopefully, we're moving this way. Still question marks whether now Jules Kounde, if it happens or not, because it was dead for a while. But I hope we do finalize this, because this player actually wants to play for us. This player, personal terms agreed back in 1987. Do you know what I mean? This guy actually wants to play for us. So for me, that would be a no-brainer. There was also some comments here in regards to the defender Vardiol also remains on the list for Thomas Tuchel. Look, some of you guys are excited about Vardiol. I'm a little bit 50-50. Some people are, very keen that he's going to be a monster defender for the future. But I'm happy to wait a little bit longer and see exactly where Vardiol is going. We don't need another youngster. Do you know what I mean? We just don't need another youngster. Okay, let's have a look at some of your comments now. Leipzig will demand high for him. That's the other factor as well. Meanwhile, Man United getting battered by Melbourne City. Oh, really? What's the score? Can someone tell me? Melbourne's my neighbouring state. I would love to see what's going on over there. If Melbourne City beats them, that's going to be fantastic. Pedro Neves, look at Liverpool CB options. We need to have that at Chelsea. 100% agreed. We are slowly building a super team. Correct. Nanda Kumar, Cucurella, Miz. I would love Cucurella. Always wanted Cucurella as the player to compete with Chilwell. Man City's got their eyes locked on this particular player. It ain't happening. It simply ain't happening. Miz, in the article, it said Koundé might be our next transfer. I love it, man. I love it. I would love to see this happen. Koundé plus Silva plus Koulibaly. Oof. Yes. Lots of quality, lots of depth. Love it. Wow. Are Melbourne City actually winning 1-0? Maguire got spun. I love this. Come on, Aussies. Come on, Melbourne. I love this, man. Cucurella, pure baller, man. 100%. Ten Hag ball. Look, it's early days. Obviously, it's just pre-season, and they can't even get some of their transfers in. I know Lisandro Martinez is coming through, which is great for them. Okay, Saswat is saying if Koundé plus Kimpembe happens, we have the best defense in the league. Undoubtedly, I actually agree. The depth and quality. Wow. Kimpembe, Lewa Colwell, up and coming superstar. Then we've got Koulibaly, Silva. The experience and the wealth of knowledge. Koundé and Chalobah, two another rising superstars. I mean, yeah, man. Other teams would die to have some of these players, but we need to finish it though. We still need to finish Kimpembe and Koundé. If we get both of them, wow, I would love it. I would absolutely love it. Maguire actually got spun. Wow. Man United back to their best. Left back options in the market for us. I don't think we're going to get left back, man. I'm being honest. I think Emerson is going to stay, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready for an Emerson season. Means any information on Emerson, I think he'll stay. King George, I think he's staying. There was already talks that Thomas Tuchel was saying that he likes the player. Look, Thomas Tuchel likes every player, but he was saying that he likes Emerson. We wanted him back in January earlier this year in the January window when we had troubles with Chilwell. So I think Emerson's going to stay. That will be the backup for Ben Chilwell, and I don't think we're going to do anything in the left side. We possibly will do something on the right side though. We do need cover for Reece James, and this is what's been getting reported as well, that we need cover for Reece James. Reece James. Yeah, the right wing back, as great as he is, and I want to see him continue playing in the right wing back because I feel like that's where you get the most out of Reece James. Even though he's a monster in RCB, in the right wing back, he scores goals, he assists, he's just robust. But what it does to his body is that it's so demanding, it's so intense that it creates these injuries for him. So it's something that we got to look out for. And we need cover. Hi, Miss. I like the look at our back four defenders. If we can get Koundé, Kimpembe, and Koulibaly plus Silva for this season, yeah, man, it's looking good. Pedro Neves, I like Emerson's attacking ability, but defensively, he's lost. At least he's got pace. Yeah, at least there's recovery. Attackingly, yes, there is some sort of quality. Defensively is what I'm worried about as well. You're right, Pedro. Absolutely bang on. Miz, what do you think about Adama as a right wing back? Nah, man, nah. Look, we were linked with him last season as well. Then he went to Barcelona, didn't do that well. Yes, he's got pace. Yes, he's got physicality, but at times he seems like a brain dead of a player. Defensively, sometimes could be suspect. Nah, man, there's got to be better players out there than Adama Traore. No disrespect, but there's got to be better players. Ms. Broya, stay or leave? Look, I want him to stay. We don't have strikers at Chelsea Football Club. Kai Havertz for me is not a striker. I think he's a second striker, possibly a attacking midfielder. Broja should really think about staying, but this guy he's tested Premier League with Southampton. This guy, I don't think he wants to be in the bench anymore. Once you've tested Premier League and you've started for Southampton, you're one of their main players. I don't think it's going to be very difficult to keep him. I think Armando Broja, we could possibly see him go. I wish he stayed because 5 subs, he would have got some minutes off the bench, could have got the opportunity to impress Chelsea Football Club. But if he's desperate, some of these, this is the thing with some of these youngsters. It's not all on the club. You need these youngsters to also stay a little bit patient. And do you know what? I'm gonna be honest with some of you guys. I got a couple of comments yesterday on my video where I kept on saying that Lewa Colwell needs to be patient. I don't think I said anything out of line about Lewa Colwell, and I don't think I've said anything out of line about any of our youngsters, especially for the past season or couple of seasons now. I believe in our youngsters. I believe in our youth academy. But at the same time, I also believe that there needs to be a moment of patience as well, man. Like, some of these guys, I think they want to start immediately. I don't know. It just makes maybe it's the media that's painting it look like they want to start immediately, which looks like that was the case with Lewa Colwell. Looks like Fabrizio Romano jumped the gun. But with Armando Broja, for example, now there's no way he'll start for Chelsea Football Club, but there is huge potential. So now it's up to Thomas Tuchel, it's up to the Chelsea hierarchies to sit down with Armando Broja and say, look, we are going to be able to give you time off the bench. Now, is that good enough? And if you impress, then that position is yours. Now, if Armando Broja doesn't want to take that challenge and he wants to get that starting position elsewhere immediately, well, it's got to be looked at both ways. And we also have to sometimes remember, yes, these players, their love and desire is to play for Chelsea Football Club, and they're so desperate to play for Chelsea. I get that. But at the same time, when things don't work out and they end up leaving, the blame shouldn't be on Chelsea. Chelsea, as a football club, does everything possible to raise them from young kid. Like, they give them the best facilities at the football club. They look after them from a dietitian point of view, physique point of view. They look after their family and everything. So they raise them to be young adults, and they spend so much time and effort on coaching and managing these players. We have to remember that Chelsea is not the villain here. There's no villain here. At the end of the day, there is no villain. People do what they do for their best interests. So not every single player is going to make it, but of course, the best one should be given a chance. But sometimes it's difficult, man. Chelsea Football Club, it's a global club, man. There are times where you need to have some global superstars as well to attract, fans outside of just UK. So there is that, the lookout for it. Yes, I want every superb youth academy players to make it at Chelsea Football Club, but I'm sure Todd Boehly is not looking at Chelsea Football Club as a place where you have 11 youth academy players. You do need to have also superstars from overseas, because it attracts new fans. It attracts people to Stamford Bridge. All of these things is important, man. And you need to get the best talents all over the world. That's why Thomas Tuchel says it's a balancing act. It's a balance. We have a lot of youth players, academy players that are playing in our 11 or is in the squad. So, we should be happy of the number of players that are coming through. So that's all I'm going to say. This isn't a negative towards the youth. I want the youth players to come in, but at the same time, I think there just needs to be patience. Players like Thiago Silva ain't going to be around forever. Azpilicueta is probably going to be moving on as well. Alonso is moving on as well. Do you know what I mean? So there'll be positions opening up. Malang Sarr is one, shouldn't be around. Malang Sarr needs to get going. So there will be opportunities. We just need to calm ourselves down, man. Calm ourselves down. I mean, imagine at this time we had Mark Guéhi, Tamori, and Lewa Cowell. Imagine if the back three for Chelsea Football Club was Mark Guéhi in the middle, Tamori as the RCB, and Lewa Cowell as the LCB. As great as that sounds, I don't know if that's ready for the Premier League to challenge Liverpool and Man City. Do you know what I mean? Like, you got to have a balance. They're great players, but those three together, I don't think that's advisable. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe one at a time, maybe two at a time, and you do need to have another superstar like your Thiago Silva or your Koulibaly and so on and so forth. Valen, thank you so much for the super chat. Alonso backup striker, his Barca can't afford. Why not, man? Why not? Drog Baba, good to see you, my man. Good to see you in the house. Everyone, please follow my man Drog Baba. Top notch channel, man. Please give him a follow on YouTube if you're not already. Great Ehi and Nini wants like 10 youth players in Chelsea starting 11. Look, yeah, I find it sometimes very difficult to have a discussion with someone like Nini. Each to their own. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel, man. I ain't gonna tell someone how to be a fan. If that's the way you want to be a fan that way. I'm no super fan that's gonna tell others how to behave and do whatever and whatnot. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna slowly wrap things up. Abi, thank you so much for the comment. Now I can see Kimpembe, Koulibaly, Koundé with Mendy in goal. We have all French-speaking in defense. Makes sense. Tuchel will go back for this season. Koundé as Reece James backup as Aspi is leaving. 100% gives us that tactical flexibility. Undoubtedly, no doubts about that. Chelsea target Serge Gnabry has agreed a new contract with Bayern Munich. Yeah, let me see if I did see this a while back. That's why I didn't get too gassed about this particular scenario. I kind of had a feeling this was going to happen. Exclusive, Serge Gnabry has ended speculation over his future by agreeing a new contract with Bayern Munich. 27-year-old winger set to sign long-term deal in coming days. Interest from some Europe's best clubs, but priority was always Bayern Munich. I think he always wanted to stay at Bayern Munich. What does it mean in regards to Rafael Leao now? Let's see. I think Rafael Leao, it's going to cost a lot of money, man. If we can do something with that Ziyech situation, maybe. Don't be surprised if Ziyech stays. Really don't be surprised if Ziyech stays. Ziyech and Sterling is something I really want to see. Maybe now the focus will be obviously to finalize the Presnel Kimpembe. We'll see the Jules Kounde, maybe a wing back. And then I don't know. I don't know whether we get a player up front or Rafael Leao. We'll see. We'll see what happens with the Rafael Leao situation. I think this will heat up now. Whether Ziyech goes to AC Milan and we get a deal for Rafael Leao, we'll see. Rafael Leao is going to cost a lot of money, man. He's going to cost a lot of money. Ladies and gentlemen, that wraps us up. We've got over 445 people live. Let's get the likes up to at least 300. We're going to try and hit to 500 likes for the third day running. Each and every one of you guys have been so fantastic in supporting the channel. Please help it to go up to at least 300 likes. We're going to try and hit 500 likes again for this particular stream. That will be 3 days running 500 likes, which is unheard of for this particular channel. If you guys have been enjoying it, and if you're here for the first time and you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. And before I go, ladies and gentlemen, one last time, make sure you check out the promo. The link is in the description. All you got to do is just click on the link. It takes you to Direct Football Kits. Get yourself one of these particular new jerseys that is out now. Use my promo code for further 10% off. I'm wearing last season's shirt. As you can see, I love buying my products from here. They're replicas, but they're just as real, man. You can't even tell the difference. Some of the stitching, as you can see, are fantastic. And you can put whatever name. I've got Havertz. This one's got Havertz at the back and Havertz's number. Whatever you want to have, you can even just put Sterling and no number, or you can go with, I might actually get one of this on Kovacic's name and number on it, because I really would love to get a Kovacic shirt. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, see ya. Take care. I'll catch you guys later tonight, UK time. Unless there is a breaking news, you should see me with another live broadcast. See ya. Oh, late super chat. Got to catch this. We are all focused on incomings. What about outgoings? No links with Barkley, Werner, Jorginho, Sarr, etc. leaving. I'm worried we'll be stuck with them now. I think there will be, once we get these players in, I think that we will start seeing some outgoings happening. So don't worry about that. I'm pretty sure there will be outgoings. One of the biggest outgoings was Lukaku. We needed him gone, so that's great news. Until next time, everyone. Take care. See ya.